Tell me, I used to be there. 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 Like it's different. 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 Tell me, I used to be there. 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 It's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. Say, nine, I'm hard right. Say, I'm say, nine, I'm hard right. Say, nine, I'm hard right. Say, nine, I'm hard right.
No going back, never falling in delay. Chile, felon shit, Chile, Begaman, take a talo one and get silly. You will see those just home for Silam, siphon and down, but with the moon to this is why I say, minute every day. My God, help me with the moon to Modi, 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 I boy, Modi, 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 I boy.
Tell me, I used to be there. 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 Like it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. It's different.
I am here in the struggles and complaints I have my own shit. Yabujala Bina Beginapo, Romina Machita Bina Begulapo. Mommy, what did they do me down? But I wait. By myself, I'm going to carry all the weight. I found God and He made a way. Give me life and take it away.
Tell me, I used to be there. I used to be there.
I used to be there. I used to be there.
I like it's different. 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 Different.
I used to do this.
I used to do that.
I used to do that.
I used to do this.
I used to do this. I used to do that.
I used to do this.
I used to do this.
I used to do that.
I used to do that.
I used to do this.
I used to do this. I used to do that.
I used to do this. I used to be there. I used to be there. I used to be there. It's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. I used to be there. I used to be there. I used to be there. It's chilling. It's chilling. It's chilling. everyone, and welcome back to the YPG Unlocked. I know that you've been waiting for this one, so we're here and we're going to put an end to your curiosity. We've got another jam-packed show for you today, so stay tuned to find out what we have in store for you today. So first on the agenda, we have Mbali, and she'll be telling us about the fifth son of Jacob. Over to you, girl.
Thank you, Mapaseka. The son or the tribe that I'll be talking about is Dan. Do you guys recall about the character, especially in the book of Judges, Samson, the one with the long hair and he's very strong? He has the ability to bring down buildings with his bare hands. Well, he was the descendant of the tribe of Dan. Dan was the son of Jacob and Bela. And also his name comes from the Hebrew verb din, which means judge. Jacob gave blessings before he died, and this is what he said to Dan. Quote, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, a viper by the path. They bite the horse's heels so that its riders shall fall backwards. I have waited for your salvation, O Lord. On the part where Jacob was saying the serpent, remember how the serpent was very deceitful in the Garden of Eden? Well, it was just like that with Dan and his tribe. When the Israelites were led to the promised land, Dan, or the tribe of Dan, had an opportunity, literally 7 opportunities, to choose their territory. Well, they couldn't choose any of that because of the lack of faith, plus they moved further north. When they were in the journey of moving further north, they actually stole the idol of Mecca and actually started to worship it. Sad report is that the Danites continued to be in idolous worship and continued to reject God all the time until the Assyrian Empire took them to captive in the 722 BC. In the book of Revelations, chapter 7, from verses 4 to 8, mentions that people from the 12 tribes of Israel will be sealed. The selection of the 12 tribes does not include Dan. This is because of their idolatry. Even today, in the 12 tribes of the YPG, we were supposed to have the tribe named Dan, but because of their idolatry, they were not mentioned in the book of Revelation. That's why they were replaced. Well, that's it. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bali. That was quite interesting. No wonder Dan doesn't form part of the YPG tribes. Now, guys, did you know this? Comment down below to share your views. Now it's time to cross over to PJ. Over to you.
Hey, what's good, YPG fam? It's good to be connected with you on one more YPG Unlocked. I'm here with Moses, and Moses is going to be sharing with you in his life opportunities that were missed and opportunities he grabbed. But before we talk about him, I want you to watch this video, which shows opportunities which were missed. Moses, these videos are extremely funny. They're hilarious. Of guys who were standing in front of a goalpost. All they needed to do was tap the ball in and they missed. Opportunities to change the game, opportunities to change everything. It sounds funny, it looks funny, but it has a meaning behind it. Watch it, and we're going to be right back.
Into Lukaku. Oh, how on earth did Gagliardini miss that?
Still plenty in the area for Belgium. Driven across. Oh, missed. Over by Lukaku. And he can't quite believe it. And I don't think too many.
He's away. He's 1v1. Zaha on the follow.
Pogba.
Not Zaha.
Oh, Zaha.
Crystal Palace.
Ha.
Fell over the ball. And if you notice, there's many of the killer guys that you know
The
that
best.
they top notch. Aguero, you wouldn't expect him to use that.
Look at the coach once again. And this opportunity, it happens also with us. I don't know what happens that second when you, like one-on-one. I don't know what happens. But it also catches me sometimes.
1-1 is one thing. Here. And these are professionals. They do this every single day of their lives.
The problem is, that's what I'm trying to explain. There's this thing that happens to you, that moment of doubt, and then you just, indulge in it, and then it's over.
Look what this guy does. Griezmann. So yeah, that's basically it. I won't play everything. Yo, look at this.
Again here, Diogo Jota lines it up for Traore. How's he missed?
So there you have it. Opportunities which were right in front of them to seal the deal, to score that goal, whether it was to draw the match or score the winning goal or extend the lead, whatever it was, the fact is an opportunity was given and the opportunity was missed. And at times in our lives, we miss opportunities. And I'm not talking about a football match as such. I'm talking about an opportunity for us to turn the game around, an opportunity for us to advance or progress in a specific area of our lives. But because we missed the opportunity, our fault, because I mean, there was no one to blame there but the player himself. The keepers were not a problem. No one was a problem. The problem was the player himself. Obviously, in football, it's so fast. These things happen and you don't even see it. Now, Moses, talking about your life and regarding opportunities that are missed, I want you to tell us what major opportunities did you miss in your life and what caused that to be missed?
Okay, if I can recall properly, one of the greatest opportunity that I had, it was to, progress in my profession. But then due to my breakup with my ex-fiance, it led me to depression. It led me to a lot of pain and stuff. So I couldn't think properly. So I remember I was one of the best workers at my company, and my company wanted to exalt me and give me a good position. But then due to that, I ended up slacking. I ended up not doing well. I ended up not accomplishing what was required from me. And that opportunity, I really missed it because 2 weeks down the line, I got fired and I became jobless, and life just went south.
So basically, you had a breakup.
Yes.
And that breakup affected you so negatively.
Yes.
That it affected your work.
My work.
The opportunity of progressing.
Yes.
Got you stuck. Now tell me something a little bit out of the scope of opportunities. What led that breakup to cause such depression? Why did it bring depression?
Okay, one of the most thing that happened, I took that relationship with all my heart. I put the lady first. I sacrificed my education, sacrificed everything while we're engaged. So I was planning to marry her. So at work, when I used to work, I used to save up money to marry her. So everything, it was around her. I wanted everything for her. Everything is about her. I disregarded my parents, my friends, just for her. You understand? So that's why when she left, or when we broke up, rather said, it really destroyed me, because now she was like my hope that, you know,
Your everything.
she was my everything by that time. Yes.
And I'm sure there are a lot who are watching us right now, and they can relate to this thing. I mean, this
Indeed.
famous thing, you're the love of my life, you are my everything, you're my moon, you're my sun, you're my star. And then, as the famous meme, maybe we can even have it ready there, that famous meme of one of our guys who were interviewing Pretoria, we said, "Baklau here."
McLaren heard.
And that's exactly what happens to you.
Yes.
Not only did it affect you emotionally,
Yes.
definitely spiritually, because I mean, if you were
Indeed.
depressed, you were not well spiritually,
Indeed.
and even professionally.
Yes.
What other opportunities did you miss out in your life because of bad choices you made?
Okay, I can recall one. I was early in my playing football, but then I was doing great. So my coach took us to a trial at vet to pray for vet. So we went, 3 of us. So there we trialed. After the trial, they only took me
Oh wow! From the three of you guys.
from the 3 of us.
How
So
did the other two guys react?
they were obvious, because they thought they were better footballer than me. So I was like, you see, it proved otherwise. So going back home with the forms and everything, the application for me to actually start there, my dad told me, no, go ahead, it's okay, you can go there. At first, they used to train late. So I decided to say, you know what, no, let me not go there because of the problem, the situation. I looked at my dad, financial life. I said, no, I'm going to be too much. But at the end of the day, I regretted it. So if I could have just went there, because later on I knew that they also help with transportation at times. So it was supposed to be an opportunity that was supposed to be like, boom. And after that, it really destroyed me. I stopped playing football locally because I was like, look, I was going to play for the best team. This is what I was doing here for me to go play for the best team, but then I missed that opportunity. So what's the point?
So basically, your eyesight, your vision was in the problem, in the obstacles and the challenges,
Indeed.
rather than the opportunity.
Indeed.
It takes us back to the video we just watched, that probably at that split second, that second of the decision when that player is about to put the ball behind the net, something in his mind distracts him. Maybe he's reckless.
Indeed.
He just thinks, open goal, I won't miss.
I won't miss.
Or maybe, as we were talking just before about that moment of doubt, where he doubts this, that he freaks out one-on-one in front of goals, and there's many cases they're not even one-on-one, they just, the goal there, all he needs to do is put the ball in. There's even the one where instead of putting the ball in, he trips over the ball. How is the ball? The ball is not an obstacle. You are the obstacle to the ball. Now, taking this analogy to someone's life, whether doubts, whether fear, whether whatever it is, distractions. In the case of Moses, of his girlfriend, his fiance, he was so distracted in that love life, in that relationship, that he missed out the opportunities of other areas of his life, and got his life obviously stuck in the football career, which he could have furthered. He looked at the situation, I can't, transportation, financial issues with my parents, and so forth. And that kept him from grabbing that opportunity and scoring that goal of a life, that goal which would lead him to obtain his dreams and achieve his dreams. Now, Moses, tell us about the opportunity you grabbed. And once you grabbed that opportunity, everything changed. Tell this viewer who is there looking at you right now, I want you to tell them of the opportunity. You can tell them from the opportunities, but then I want you to save the best for last, and that one opportunity that when you held on to it, everything changed.
Okay, one of the major opportunities that I took, it was when I decided to take away my pride out of the game, because I was a really proud person. I wouldn't stand with people that were a little bit, less than me or younger than me. I wanted to be like with big people, with old people, with civilized people, because I thought to myself, if I could have achieved a company that gave me a car, I'm about to get married at this age, so I don't have time for small kids. So I learned that pride is a burden of a foolish man. So that opportunity, when I was taught that I need to disregard my pride, I took it, and it really transformed my life. The biggest one, it was when I was really doing well, started to attend the YPG, because I also had pride to say, I know the YPG is for kids, don't busy jumping around there.
You used to invite him to YPG, he was not into that.
Yeah, I thought that it was for kids, the busy jumping around, wasting time. But then what I learned the most there was that one of the words that we used to get from the real talk, the meetings there, I used it like a toolbox. You see, a builder has a toolbox, and he put it his tools, and when he goes to work, he uses those tools and get the job done. And if you don't have those tools, the work doesn't succeed. So what I did, it was to take the words from the meetings that really helped me, and I put them in my toolbox. And when the opportunity for me to go to work as a construction foreman came up, I was young, not experienced. I had all odds against me. But then I said, you know what? Due to the faith and the spirit that they used to give me in the hangouts, the thingy, let me just use those and see what building I can build out of it. And then I took that opportunity in all hands, and I went there, unexperienced and with nothing. And then the company told me that, you know what? We're ready to help you from the beginning. Don't worry. If you don't know anything, don't bother yourself. Ask us, we'll show you. Like, I was like, no, this opportunity is one of the greatest opportunities.
And this opportunity was like against people who were much more experienced than you.
Indeed.
Longer in the industry.
Indeed, because sometimes I would feel intimidated because, to acquire such a position, you have to be like 12 years in the industry. You have to know the industry out and in. You have to know all the drawings properly. And besides just knowing all the drawings, you need to know how to work with people, because you have to work with older people than you.
Yes.
Like, I was very young. I was the youngest, but then I was like in charge of the whole site. So it was a little bit, challenging, But then when I grabbed that opportunity, it was the best thing that happened to me, because I went there using the tools that I used to receive in the hangouts, in the meetings of the YPG. I succeeded there, and I broke all records. They couldn't believe that it was me, because also the guys that were working much experienced than me, my work actually passed their work, and they got jealous and intimidated. But then due to my character and humbleness, they saw that, you know what, there's no point, because there was nothing against me, and then we could work perfectly in harmony.
Awesome. Now, last but not the least, but the greatest.
Indeed.
What was the greatest opportunity that you held on in your life, and you would say, if you knew before, you would have grabbed this opportunity sooner? What was it?
It is finding God in my life, because I didn't have an identity. Just to illustrate, if you would ask me, Moses, who are you? I would say, no, I'm CR7. I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm Zlatan. I'm this, that, and the other. I didn't know actually who I was, because I seeked to fit in. So God really showed my identity. He told me, if you can ask me now, who are you, Moses? I can strongly say I'm a child of God. Just to go back a few steps, the best gift that I received was the gift of repentance, because I couldn't know how to hate something that I loved.
Okay.
At my case, it was women, it was sex, to be exact. So I couldn't figure it out. How can I hate something that I love the most? Something that I used to escape my problems, escape my circumstances, escape my depression, escape my bad thoughts. So when God gave me the gift of repentance, to see that when I'm doing this, I'm disrespecting women, I'm hurting them, I'm putting a luggage in their backpack, I'm destroying them. Then I saw that what I'm doing is actually wrong. And from that day, it was the best opportunity that I received from God, and I took it with all my heart. I said, if God is willing to actually give me this opportunity to hear me out, to forgive me for everything that I did, and want to start a new clean sheet with me, I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going to lose it. So from there, I started, engaging in more of the church meetings, becoming more serious, not just listening to what the bishop or the pastor will say or my coordinators will say, but adhere.
Okay.
I would practice also. And then I was taught to seek the kingdom of God first, because back then I was in search of love. I was in search of someone to fill the void that was in me, fill the depression that was in me. And I thought love could fix that.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to get married. At that time, I wanted to, fix everything, because I had a lot of problems at home with my dad, with my family. I was starting to lose people that I love, lose family members because of witchcraft. There was this one particular family member that went to fetch snakes. So it was killing my family. So it was killing the people that were close to me. So that led to a pain inside of me, that people that I love, they dying. My best friend died also. Everybody that was with me was dying. So I thought, you know what? If I have someone that, can love me, could actually fill this void and, this pain inside of me. And then I learned that, seek the kingdom of God first. That's when I said, you know what? I'm going to leave everything. I, apologized to the girlfriend that I was with then after my ex-fiance, and then I broke up. When I heard her cry, I really saw that, actually what I'm doing is not okay. And then from then, I disregarded everything. I started, emptying myself. And then from then, with the participation of everything, the fasting, the prayers, I finally received the Holy Spirit. And that was the game changer.
That was the game.
That was the game changer, because now I knew my identity. I knew who I was. I had peace. I didn't long for love anymore. I didn't long for anything. I was happy, and I'm always happy. And I was humble with other people. I had love now. I wanted to give back what God has given me freely, because I knew that there were more people that are suffering like me. Because when I was in depression, I could remember that, I could think that now I know why most of the guys kill themselves because of a breakup like this, because they invested a lot. So I told myself, you know what, let me help out, because I could help someone that is about to kill himself because of such sort of problem that I went through. Then I started, giving my all in the YPG, going out helping young people with love, with that, joy that, I'm pleasing God, because this is the only way that I know best to please Him. Because when a soul goes to heaven or someone repents, there's a celebration in heaven. So that's what led me to keep on doing. If me as a nobody, I could make a celebration in heaven because I saved the soul. So why can't I do it all the time when I can? So that's why it led me to that.
That's the greatest opportunity for you.
That's the best of the best.
Okay, Moses, there are many gents and even ladies who are watching us right now and who face, or rather are facing what you face, maybe even worse or not as bad. What would you say to them? They're missing this opportunity. In few words, what would you say to them? Those who are missing the opportunity of having the game changer in their lives.
In simple words, it is that God has a plan for everybody. From the day you were born, God already had a plan for you. The problem is we're not giving God the chance for Him to do His plans. That's why we were faced with a lot of problems. We get ourselves knocked out. We get into bad decisions and do bad choices because you're not letting God to do His plan in our lives. I guarantee you, if it was not for God's plan that I allowed for them to take place in my life, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be a construction foreman. I wouldn't have everything that I have, especially the Holy Spirit. So give God a chance. Just give God a chance and say, God, you know what? Let me see what you have for me. Let me see what are your plans for me, because God created us with love, and I'm definitely sure all the plans that He has for all of us are absolutely great.
Awesome. Well, I don't think I have much to say. Moses said it all with his own life experiences. Obviously, at the bottom of your screen now, you see our deeds. Would you like to get in touch? Are you facing what you faced? Depression, rejection, anxiety? Are you lacking peace? Are you unhappy? And you know, Moses, usually when we include God, people like, you're talking about happiness, now you have to bring God into the equation.
Exactly.
There's no way for you to exclude one from the other.
Yeah.
There's no way for you to talk about God and exclude peace.
Indeed.
There's no way to speak about peace and not have God involved.
Yes.
For you to have one, you need to have the other. For you to have peace, you need to have God.
Just that reminds me that the YPG really helped me, because I thought a Christian life it was for you to be a fanatic, to carry a Bible, to be now holy. But then in the YPG, they taught me you can play soccer, you can do 1, 2, 3, you can enjoy your life as a young person. It's just that responsibly, and in the way that God will approve it. You don't have to be now a fanatic. So that's the greatest thing I can relate and say it helped me joining the YPG, because I knew how to enjoy my life.
That's what's up. I think that's more than spoken. And just a disclaimer here, he was talking about his relationship. Not that there is anything wrong with being in a relationship. I mean, that's a process of love, for you to love someone. But what he was mainly talking about in the sense was that his relationship was the most important thing in his life. He sought his relationship, or rather he sought his happiness through that relationship. But the fact is, your only way, the only opportunity you have to change your life and find the true happiness is through God. That's about it from me. We're going to carry on. We're going to be flying through to Pietermaritzburg for their Know My City. And if you guys want to get in touch, DM us, send us any questions, any doubts you would like to have, contact us. Our helpline is a toll-free helpline. If you want to vent, you want to speak, we'll be here to reach out to you. So that's it from me. Moses and I will be signing out. But as you know, in the YPG, we got
too much sauce.
There's a tale of a nation of people with the king whose love can't be measured. Crucifixions have love, the grave couldn't hold him 3 days he rose. There is a one like that, weak and saved and covered. Jesus is a lover, and he is to the light. We are saved and covered, we are born to conquer. In the YPG, Youth group, that's YPG. All of us here for its good teaching. A place to come when the soul's bleeding. Red, white, navy, that's a rainbow G. A sign of covenant with God in the sky. I'd rather die in truth than to live on this life. This world does nothing but to leave us astray. Astronomy, right arm, 9 stars. God is our refugee, a present help, preserving us from hell. A danger from the moment we were born. But Jesus found us worthy to go and die for. Surrounded heart is how we show gratitude. And that's my ultimate attitude for altitude. The world's my oyster and force. All is in order, straight line, no curvature. That's how I run my race. The way, the truth, the life. Breathing in Him, I'm alive. No turning back. Forward we go, let go. You say no, I'm from the ghetto, but read one royal. God is loyal, cast your case. Cause if we decay, He's brought to assistance, but not in an instance. So I say time. Job, tick-tock. There is a God. We got saved and covered. Jesus is a lover, and Jesus is alive. We are saved and covered. We are born to conquer. In the YPG, with the YPG, yeah. Days are gone, He's coming back quick. I run to the altar, getting water. I give Him my all. Looking down, He keeps the promise. Not a man, He should lie, so I prognosticate. Monday, yeah, I meditate. His word opens the gate. I walk in heaven, and there's able. On the palm of his hand, all water, he walk on water. Yes, a cruiser, he crashes my accuser. I provided driving in a Mini Cooper, also on the glory of the apple God. Not for worldly treasures, but for salvation of our souls as we carry our crosses throughout all creation. Heavy and distinguished, put over my shoulder. Could have, should I, only make one older. His beautiful, colorful landscape, the earth, they tell it all. So I say, bring it all to the core. With love that sets us free, we were the stars with no fear, known the price has been paid. We were slaves to a flash. With His love that sets us free, we were the stars with no fear, known the price has been. There's a tale of a nation of people at the King, whose love can't be measured. There's a vision of love, the great good more than 3 days ago. There's a tale of a nation of people at the King, whose love can't be measured. There's a vision of love, the great good more than 3 days ago. There's a bomb that died. He got saved and covered. Jesus is a lover, and He leads us to the light. We are saved and covered. We are born to conquer. In the YPG, oh, the YPG, yeah.
Jamal, man, this man is crazy.
Fake. Fake it, so they said. Filters are necessary, so they proclaim. Keep them guessing. Disguise is the answer. Cover it all, so they said.
Ga e batle koketso, ga e batle motho a dire ekare wa itse a sa itse.
Uqashelwa kwamaphutha athile kuholela ekwamukelweni, kuholela ekusiboneleni ngokwakho, kuholela ekusungeni. Akukho ukufihla. Ucabanga kwani nje
Ndinyi a sa todi u vha khwine. Ndinyi a sa todi zwithu zwa u nakhelela. U khwinifhadziwa zwiṱuku uri a funiwe. U fhira zwoṱhe unakerera nawo bakhwini na unakerera sifakeo nawo bakhwini izwithu zawufuniwa ngabantu bona
a re e be tje go ka kgonagala gore tsotlhe tseo re di etsang di be ka motšha gona go kgatlhisa ba bangwe kapa gona go phethala ka botlalo bakeng sa rona kapa gona go tlelela le go relela ga re a tshwanelwa a dintho tsotlhe tseo re di etsang re lokela go opa fela kgomo lenaka tšhe re ka se kgone
akukafanele bonyana sitlhagelana nelanga bonyana sizisize ukuthi nanyana sizenze abantu abangasibo ukuwela entweni okungasibo okuthi siqaleke kuhle awa basifundise kutiphohlisa size sigcine siyifezile into lapho kukhona kutendisa kude kujabula kude kukhula futhi kude iqhubekela phambili ngoba ekugcineni kwelilanga liqiniso liyahlaba futhi kumele sibhekane nalo ngcobo.
No filter, no disguise.
Sanibonani, my name is Noluthando Sikakane and I welcome you to my city, Pietermaritzburg. As you can see, I am standing on top of Mountain View for you guys to have a clear picture of what today's tour is going to be like. So buckle up as I show you my hometown. Okay guys, right now we are in the center of Pietermaritzburg where our beautiful city hall is found. Well, it is a beautiful piece of Victorian architecture that was built in 1893. Well, our city hall is known for its 47-meter high bell tower and it is the largest red brick building that is found in the southern hemisphere. Well, what is it known for? It is known for hosting extravagant events and it is the home of our very own KZN Orchestra. Well, as you can see, where I am standing is the place where our Comrades Marathon actually does commence. Hey guys, well, as you know, history forms a big part of who we are. And today we are in the Sunduzi Museum, previously known as the Black Museum. And today I'm with Opo Jabulo, who's going to take us on a beautiful tour of this place. Well, I am so excited to take this tour. So, to the blanket away, show us the way.
Okay, so it's my name is Jabulo. I'm an education officer here in the museum, so I deal mostly with the schools, but also we deal with the public. So this is our museum, which was previously known as the Fortaka Museum, but now due to a social cohesion and national building, they have changed the name to Sunduzi Museum. Sunduzi Museum, we have different type of buildings. We have the main building, which will go inside, and also we have the church that we have on the other side. So we start here at the main building and then we go to the church that we have. In our main building, we have different exhibition. We have this exhibition, just an introduction of the museum. The other one on the other side, we talk about the Saint Cathedrals. We have the local history. We talk about the heritage. We have the transport to time. We about religion. We have the 7 days. We have the music exhibition, and then on the other side we have the routine democracy. So our start here where we introduce our museum and introduce our city. So we have 3 important people here. As you can see here, this important demonstration. We have these 2 guys here, which are known as Amama trekkers. So these 2 guys, and they are important in demonstration. Our city is named after these 2 guys. So this is to Peter Marit Retief, but it's known as Peter Retief. Over here, this is Uchet Marit. So these 2 guys, let's say the important because was named after these two guys. So what they did was at first wanted to name Peter Martin after him. But like I said, his full name is Peter Marit Retief. But they said it was also Fred Marit played a big role here in Peter Marit's play. So what they decided to do is to take his name Peter and take his surname Marit and became the word Peter Marit. And the word at the back, at the end, back means mountain. So that's how they named Peter Marit's play. And over here we have King Tingan. So King Tingan was the king of the Zulus. When the foreigners arrived in KwaZulu-Natal, he was the king of the Zulu people. So King Tingan is the half brother of King Shaka and King Pan. So the name Umgungundlovu was named after his state. His god was the king. So this is what who King Tingan is known as Umgungundlovu. That's why Peter now is known as Umgungundlovu. Then over here we have the transport exhibition. We talk about the transport through time. So remember in those times, people were either walking or you ride the horses or donkeys and everything. So this is shown before people used to use this type of transport. Like the Ford Cutter was used in what you call the outside. So this is the outside. Although it was clear, this is the outside. We'll see the outside on the other side. So they'll use the outside. So the outside was that almost like this transport, but this was the outside one. But almost like this one. But actually, they also were put by the house, the house on the horses. In fact, on outside from the way also. And also the first transport that arrived in the first train that arrived in Petermaritzburg was on the 1st of December 1880. So the train was coming from Durban to Petermaritzburg. So this is the train that arrived in Petermaritzburg from Durban. So this is also what you call Urisho during the early 1890s. So this is also all the part of transport that was used at that time. This is also another, we call this another weapon, but these weapons, not like the same as Oxford. This one was used mostly by the British people, where the Oxford was used by the foreigners. So this one was put by the donkeys and the horses. So almost most of the time with the horses. This one, I'm also especially this one. This one was used as an ambulance at that time. So you can see the sign of the ambulance and the cross, the red cross. This is all part of the ambulance. If someone's injured, they use this type of transport people. And also here, this is also another transport you can use, the horse. So at that time, there were few people who were educated. Those are the time when you have schools, you have everything. So if you are that person who is known as being rich, so you take your child to someone who's educated so that you can teach from him. So these are some transporters used by those people. And also, these are other transport that they use in those olden days. This is not taking time. This is the interest rate. And also, this is also the transport on this side. These transports are mostly used during normal wars. So when they war, they're using this type of transport. As we know now we're using taxis, there's an aeroplane, there's a Macau train, there's all type of transport. But previously, depending on this type of transport.
Okay, guys, right now I am standing before the statues of our founders. So, can you just tell us a bit about them, when they were built and when they were established?
Okay, so these are the two statues of Fred Marit and Peter Retief. So, Fred Marit and Peter Retief were the two leaders of the frontliners when they arrived in Petermaritzburg. So, and also, Petermaritzburg is named after these two guys. So, over there, this is Peter Retief, and over here, this is Fred Marit. So, like I said, what they did was they took his name Peter and they took his name Marit and they went back and it became the word Petermaritzburg. So over there we have the Church of the Vase, which was built after the war at Torment, known as the Blood River War. So what happens that before the war, the Fortrekkers vowed God, please help us win the war, and if we win the war in honor of you, we do a church. So the Voortrekkers won the war on the 16th of December 1838, and they made their promise, and 1840 they started building this church.
Okay, guys, right now we are standing before the oldest building in Pietermaritzburg, and ironically, the first building to be built here was a church. Okay, guys, right now we are at the Mandela capture site where the most important event through history actually took place, where Mandela was arrested. So, you guys are about to share with me our long walk to freedom, where we see all the events that took place in Dada Madiba's life, leading up to his beautiful sculpture. So, follow me. Okay, guys, we have finally arrived at the sculpture of Nelson Mandela. Well, you may ask yourself what actually happened for there to be such a beautiful sculpture behind me. Well, on the 5th of August 1962, Nelson Mandela was arrested on this very spot. After 17 months of running away from the police, he was caught pretending to be a chauffeur for Miss Cecilia Williams. Well, this beautiful sculpture was released on the 4th of August 2012 by Sir Marco. Well, this is a beautiful sculpture, as you can see, and it is a tourist attraction. People come from all over the world to just come and see where Nelson Mandela's 27 years actually began. Okay, guys, we are still on the Nelson Mandela capture site, and right now I am with Ayanda, who is going to give us a very wonderful tour of what the museum is all about. All over to you, Ayanda.
Thank you so much, my sister. The Nelson Mandela capture site marks the spot where Nelson Mandela was being captured by apartheid security police in 1962 on the 5th of August. Nelson Mandela was returning from an undercover visit from Chief Albert Mthuli, who was the president of the ANC during the 1950s and also in the 1960s. The main purpose for the visit was to report to Chief Albert Mthuli about his African trip and also to discuss about the policy of non-Chinese. When the ANC, African National Congress, decided to reject their policy of non-violence, they formed their military wing, which they call it Mkondo Seas, or Spear of the Nation. And Nelson Mandela himself was appointed first commander-in-chief, and he was sent to his African trip in early 1962. He was sent to Ethiopia to receive his military training. He was also traveling around Africa, seeking advice to fight against the government. When he came back here in 1962, he was the most he then decided to use different disguises to hide from the security police. Came here and was on to meet Chief Mthuli, who was decided and he entered the body to stand up. Came here disguising himself as Chief of Cecilia Williams, who was a member of the party. He drove Cecilia Williams all the way to stand up. Then he met other comrades from the attacking the Congress and he entered the body. Then on his way back to Johannesburg, he took a huge clever speech in a township called Mbali. It's about 44 kilometers away from here. We are supposed to do that day every last week of August. Due to the pandemic, we were supposed to do so he delivered just around them and he took his disguise. When they were heading to Johannesburg, they were driving in this road, the other one all men road to Johannesburg. There was no highway to the next times. As they were driving in civilians, they were followed by the apartheid security police, and then he was captured across the road. He was captured across the road. And then like a historical monument which marks the actual spot where the arrest took place, and then he started his incarceration. He was charged for using the false passports, he was using the name of the He was also charged for inciting the So here in this building, we are hosting a newly opened exhibition, a modernized exhibition. First display that you see this weekend in the museum, it's a car that was captured. The name of the car is Austin Minister It's been displayed inside. Then as you go outside your eyes within the exhibition, and then from the heroes, all the heroes who shaped him to become this, who inspired him to become homeless. And there's artifacts, there's 360 degrees filming. I explained that on the paper plate to a problem that actually working with us. Also, most of the exhibition of the Atlas and also of the that of 5 exhibition. So that's what we have in this project inside.
Okay, guys, now we are at the Howard Falls, which is also known by the locals to be Wanda Gaza, which can be translated as the place of the tall one. Well, that is quite obvious, as this beautiful waterfall runs at approximately 95 meters in height. Well, many people come from all over just to come and take a view of this beautiful place. But not just that, we have some great folks who actually do mountain climbing on this very fall. People come with their families to have other activities like zip lining, hiking. This is a very much popular tourist site. So I just want you guys to take a look at this beautiful view. Okay, YPG. Now I am standing before the great Saturn Art Gallery, where they are full of artistic pieces from all over overseas, even some of our locals. And we have a special interview with Miss Ngabile, who is our education officer. So follow me as we have this chat.
Thank you to our fam all the way in Pietermaritzburg, and that was beautiful. I've actually been there before, so it was quite nice to visit it once again, but this time with the YPG fam. Now, guys, it's that time again where we get our pens and papers out to write out all the cool facts that we're about to find out from the If You Know, You Know segment. Take it away, ladies.
What's good, YPG fam? Welcome to another show of If you know, you know. The things you wish you knew when you didn't know them. The things you knew when you... Did y'all know that we're in the 11th month of the year? It's now summer and it's been raining a lot lately, and we all know why. Right. Anyway, for those of y'all that don't know, here you go. Well, everybody, the 11th month also means exam season. According to News 24, an estimate of 800,000 people die by suicide globally each year. It is the second most cause of death in the people aged between 15 to 29 years old. If you find yourself feeling a bit psychologically distressed or suicidal during this exam season, be sure to reach out to someone. There is a helping hand in the YPG. As you guys know, we're coming at y'all with new facts. We're about to teach y'all some slang. Did you know this slang? I mean, comment down below if real, recognize real. Get it? Real Cap City.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
Okay, guys, you're gonna kill Mr. Pang, and my name is Kotato. The Takamhara Kampatuan, Kamupitori Kamo, the Real Cap City, Chibi Yuri Chibi. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let's get right into it. Gita. What's with it? Oh, to sleep. To sleep. Okay. Ekita Dadin Gokita. Let's see another one. Panda, it's to hustle. Ejo Panda. I don't know. And mine is Sabawal. Sabawal. When you're craving something. Sabawal, some hot wings. Sabawal, some dunked wings. Dala what you must. Dala what you must. Do what you have to do. Do what you gotta do. Yeah. Next one is yabo. Yabo yabo. Is it a word? Does it have a meaning? I said like yebo. Oh. Yebo. Yes. And from us, Kamo Pitori Kamo, the Real Cap City, Bari Chippy. I wrong. You must get your own stick. That says cheapy, okasi chipuli. If you know, you know.
Thank you, ladies, for that one. Yet another interesting segment. You guys clearly never disappoint. Now, fam, if you've got any questions or curiosities, the PTA team will clearly answer that for you. Now, fam, before I wrap up, you know that I always give you some interesting news. So on the upcoming weeks, we will be having some new interesting segments. Plus, we will be introducing some few competitions between the provinces. You guys have been awfully quiet lately, so I think it's about time we add that shark back into your tank. Now, fam, that's it from our side, but don't worry, we will be back next week with the YPG Unlocked, because the YPG got too much soul.